Hello, we're the PNC Newsgirls, Mia
and Maya, reading the news 6 days a week because you're too lazy.
Friday, June 30th, 2023. Okay. Also, we are only doing a half show today because we both slept it a lot.
A lack of sleep. A feeling of discontent grew upon me and made me one depressed the more I came to realize the inside hollowness of the state and the impossibility of saving it from collapse. At the same time, I felt perfectly certain that it would bring all kinds of misfortune on the German people. Adolf Hitler.
I don't know, like, quick on them. Also, I just realized this half show is speedrunning. We're speedrunning news.
Yep. It's speedrun done.
Feds charge investigators in Trump's Truth Social with insider trading. 3 people have been charged with illegally trading shares in a shell company that later announced plans to merge with former President Donald Trump's Donald Trump's media venture, Trump Media Technology Group.
CNBC
reported.
I'll go. The controlled demolition of nation states. This is what it says. Generally speaking, central banks are empowered to control the supply of money by employing a number of tools that include buying government debt, selling government bonds, adjusting reserve requirements, and setting official interest rates. Operating under various legal mandates to sustain an overall healthy economy, central banks
What is it?
I don't know. Pursue policies that will produce relatively low inflation, steady economic growth, and low public unemployment.
Alright. Just 3 companies are leading the charge in the Marxist takeover of America. For nearly 9 out of 10 companies listed on the S&P 500 stock exchange, their largest single shareholder is one of the big 3 investment firms, BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street, managing more money than most small countries. These firms have an invisible foothold in virtually every sector of America's society. But how did these paragons of capitalism turn it into a Marxist Trojan horse?
Unholy alliance. Google joins Facebook in blocking news stories in Canada. Following a similar decision by Facebook, now known as Meta, Google announced plans to block all news links in Canada following the passage of Bill C-18, the Online News Act, a corporate welfare package for the legacy media industry that would force tech companies to pay big media companies for linking their content. I've heard a tiny bit about this, but I do not remember what it is.
Okay.
But Bill C-18 is a kind of thing.
Alright then. Okay, Pokemon. Stephen Crowder demands full custody of twins, one despite calling dads largely useless. A Texas courtroom certainly got louder with Crowder as conservative internet commentator Stephen Crowder's divorce trial got underway.
Life in the UK is becoming completely unlivable. Brexter? Farage is being systematically unbanked. Despite winning the Presenter of the Year award, Nigel Farage has mixed feelings this week.
Okay. Very worrying. 3 far-right parties entered Greek parliament. Spartans as well as pro-Russian party Greek Solution and ultra-Orthodox Nikki Victory scooped up 34 seats out of an available 300 and accounted for more than 12% of the vote.
Really? Okay. Supreme Court outlaws affirmative action in college admissions in landmark decision. The Supreme Court struck down an affirmative action programs at the Harvard University and the University of North Carolina Thursday, ruling that both institutions were in violation of the 14th Amendment to federal civil rights law.
Alright. Demographic change accelerates in the U.S. According to a recent release by the 2020 Consensus, demographic change has accelerated in the United States in the past 10 years, especially the group of those aged 65 years and older has grown more quickly, the data shows.
Okay. I got my life back. Parents furious. Cowardly Parkland deputy speaks of his relief after being found not guilty of neglect. A distraught victim's father post-verdict interview is drowned out by whooping from cop supporters.
Grief.
The campus deputy at high school Peterson had been charged with failing to confront gunman. Is that what that says? Okay. Nicholas Cruz during his 6-minute attack inside a 3-story 1,200 classroom building on February 14th, 2018 that left 17 dead.
Wow, that's more than usual. Alright, Joker column. 875 arrested and 200 police officers hurt on France's third night of protests over teens killing. Nanterre, France AP. Protesters erected barricades, lit fires, and shot fireworks at police, who responded with tear gas and water cannons in French streets overnight as tensions grew over the deadly police shooting of a 17-year-old that has shocked the nation. More than 875 people were arrested and at least 200 police officers injured as the government struggled to restore order on a third night of unrest.
Groups of Chicago teens continue wandering neighborhoods, destroying property, terrorizing people. The mob of violent teens used the Chicago L train at the Belmont Red Line to gather in the Lakeview neighborhood, swarming out of the station in numbers big enough to shut down traffic adjacent to the station, according to WGN News.
Alright. Milwaukee State Senator says, "Frick the suburbs," during heated debate about crime spreading from major cities to quiet neighborhoods. In moment critics are comparing to Hillary Clinton's basket of deplorables. That was just the headline. LaTonya Johnson burst out with the remark after a speech detailing crime in Milwaukee and gun violence in particular.
Okay.
That's it.
Lebanon, an economic crisis worsened by vested interests, IMF says. Lebanon's financial crisis has been compounded by the lack of policy action and vested interests that prompted resistance to reforms, the International Monetary Fund, IMF, said on Thursday in its first comprehensive financial assessment since the economy began to unravel in 2019, Reuters reports.
Alright, program column. OPEC shuts out Western journalists for a second time in weeks. The Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC, has canceled invitations to Reuters, Bloomberg, and the Wall Street Journal to cover its upcoming meeting in Austria, the news organizations reported.
Okay. Horrified son of woman whose leg was crushed in
Bangkok?
Yeah, I guess. Airport travelator? Does it just mean escalator? Describes seeing officers carrying her amputated limb off in a phone box. His family demands CCTV freak accident. The 57-year-old Thai passenger was due to board a flight from Bangkok, Bangkok, Don Mueang Airport to the southern Nakhon Si Thammarat province this morning at the airport's Terminal 2. I just want to know, were they just supposed to leave the leg there?
No, you have to take the leg. You have to get it cold. That way they have any chance of putting it back.
Oh, you can.
I don't think you can, but it's just standard procedure.
Maybe a finger.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose it is a little bit horrific of the woman whose leg got ripped off, so you get carried away in a box. Like, what are they supposed to do?
Alright, China passes law to enhance extraterritorial application of communist law. China's state-run Global Times babbled about fixing loopholes in the rule of law and protecting the regime from frequent external interference in its internal affairs, but eventually got to the point and said the foreign relations law would provide a legal basis for the diplomatic struggle against sanctions.
Okay.
Final one.
Suspected car bomb explodes in Mexican City amid cartful turf war. The National Guard said on Thursday that the explosion occurred late Wednesday in the city of Celaya in north-central state of... What?
Guanajuato?
I guess.
Guanajuato?
Where the Jalisco and Santa Rosa de Lima drug cartels have been fighting a bloody turf war for years.
Okay. No idea what happened there because nothing made sense. Alright, thank you for listening to Mia.
And Maya, read the Pona Central homepage. Please comment, share, donate, like, subscribe.
And come back tomorrow for more segregated news.